Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you what I'm planting out for mid-winter. I want to get some more seeds started, so I have purchased a whole bunch of seeds. I started buying seeds from this company here. They're called Veggies and Flower Garden Seeds, and they're so pretty the way they're labelled and the colours. I just love their packaging, and yeah, they seem like a really good company. They're based in Tasmania. They're not cheap, but they seem like really good quality seeds. I've already sprouted some previously and every single seed is sprouted, so they're really good quality. So I want to plant out a whole bunch of flowers because this spring I want to get as many flowers in the garden as I can to attract the bees. And I need to get in some lettuce. I bought this new apple mint seed here as well, which I really want to try. And then a whole bunch of more flowers. I want to try this butter crunch lettuce. I've got a Paris Island lettuce. And then I also purchased some seeds from Seeds of Plenty. I got some tomato seeds, so cherry purple. I want to try that. Apparently that tastes really good. And Amish paste tomato for preserving. This German yellow striped tomato, which apparently tastes amazing as well. I got some radish. Everyone seems to grow radish. I grew them when I was a kid and they're really easy to grow and fun, so I'm going to give them a try. I don't mind the taste of them. But the thing I love about Seeds of Plenty is they always send you a complimentary pack of seeds, and this time they sent me this one, which is a dwarf tomato, and it's called Bendigo Blush. So I think that's a really nice touch. That's a dwarf tomato, so it's not going to get too big. I don't know if it's like a cherry tomato or a normal size, but it's going to be a surprise, so that's pretty cool. So I've filled up my seed raising trays here with my seed raising mix, which I can link the recipe to below. I find this is a really good mix for getting good germination. Also fresh seeds helps with that as well. You can see here I started some scabiosa, which I have no idea what that is, but they're all pretty salmon colour, and some stock flowers, which I think are just beautiful. So they're growing nicely. I've got some parsley over here that I threw in a while ago. I have some lavender snapdragons there and some pastel poppies. So these are all seeds that I got from the Veggie and Flower Garden Seed Company. And they looked beautiful on the website, the colours of the flowers, so I can't wait to see them in bloom. So we're just gonna pop some holes and pop the seeds in here today, and I'll go through everything that I'm planting. Okay, so I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So I've added these cosmos to this seed tray here. I'll show you what the seeds look like, because they kind of look like what I remember as like Farmer's Friends when I was a kid, or sticky beaks. Hoping you can see that there on my palm, those little black things. So yeah, I've just popped 2 in each there. I think these are a really pretty apricot colour, so I'm really keen to see these because I love cosmos. Also just popped some apple mint seeds in, which are absolutely tiny. They're like tiny little dots. I've just sprinkled them on the top here. Okay, so the next one is this Cosmos variety called Pop Socks Pink. They look really pretty. Okay. Oh no, it's the same. I thought the seeds were different, but they're the same. So I'll put 4 in here. Just do 2 of each. 2 in each cell. And if I have any cells left over at the end, I'll plant some more of the cosmos because I just want them everywhere. They're so pretty. So I'll label that as Cosmos Pink. Okay, the next one I want to do is the butter crunch lettuce. So this is a really heat tolerant lettuce. Probably don't really need to plant it now because we're in winter. What does it say here? January to July. So, oh well, we'll give it a try anyway. Just going to cut it open from the bottom so I don't cut the name off the top. The only thing I don't like about these seed packets is that you can't fold them very easily once you've opened them. And as always with lettuce seeds, they're tiny and there's billions of them. So I'm going to pop some here. I've got a little baby blue flower plant growing there, so I'll just leave that till it gets a bit bigger. So yeah, these packets are really good, like they're really sturdy. But yeah, you can't fold them. And they're really hard to get the seeds back into without spilling them. Okay, so that's the butter crunch lettuce. A whole bunch of labels here that I need to reuse. That one I had kale on, so I'll just write on the back of it. Butter crunch. Alright, next we're going to do some radish, which I might just direct sow those actually. I do not need to plant tomatoes yet, although it probably is time to start the spring seedlings, but today I'm just going to get other stuff in. I'll start my spring seedlings in about 2 weeks. I'm going to try and build a greenhouse so that I can pop my summer veggies into that so that I can get a head start. So the next one is a cornflower, which is the polka dot variety. So they looked quite pretty, so I'm just going to pop them in. These only grow to about 30 centimeters tall, so not tall like the cosmos, so they're kind of a mid-level flower, which is nice. I haven't grown these before, so be good to see how they go. And they're interesting little seeds. You see them there? So just sprinkle a few in. There's quite a few seeds in this packet, so I'll just sprinkle them all around. Next one is some chives, just for the pollinators, the bees. I mean, they're good to eat as well, but the flowers on this packet look so cute. So I'm probably just going to let them go to flower, even though I will harvest some of the seeds. So I'll do 6 of these. They're tiny as well, they look like little onion seeds. Probably could sow these direct, but I'll just start them off like this. I like just growing things in my seed trays because then I've got time to finish other things off in the garden before these have to go in. Because I don't have a great amount of space, and the garden is so jam-packed at the moment. I'm just waiting for things to finish up. And this one looked beautiful as well. Another poppies, it's the Shirley mix. I love poppies. So these grow to about 60 centimeters high. So I'm gonna well and truly have a lot of flowers in the garden this year, which I'm loving the thought of because they just look so pretty and the bees love them, which helps to pollinate the veggies and fruit. Okay, these seeds are absolutely tiny, so I probably didn't need to pop them so deep, so I'll just sprinkle them on top. I'm sure they'll germinate. I've also got this Australian native mix called a belly button, which I thought looked really interesting. Apparently they are a pollinator attractor. They grow quite tall, so okay, that's annoying. I just cut the side of the packet when I did that. So these can go here. We'll do 6 of those. They're like fluffy little seeds. I've put quite a few in of those, so they should germinate well. Just cover them slightly. Poppy mix. Chives. Okay, so they're all in there now. Planted. And I've still got this tray that's empty, so I'll find some stuff later to pop into that. With the leftover soil from the grow bags that I harvested potatoes from in the last video, I decided to put it onto the garden beds. The soil that I originally put in here wasn't very good quality, even though I paid a bit for it. It was an organic mushroom compost from New Ways, and it was $150 per cubic metre. But my veggies have all been very slow to grow, and a lot of them turned yellow at the start. I had to keep fertilising with a nitrogen-rich liquid fertiliser to get them to stop turning yellow. Kayleen from Urban Homestead Artist saw my video last week and noticed all the worms in the grow bag soil and said that it was basically fertiliser, which made me really happy, and I didn't even realise that that soil would be full of worm castings. So I'm keen to get this into my garden beds to help improve the soil, along with all the giant worms. I'm also taking off the sugarcane mulch from the 2 other beds and putting it into the compost, and then I'm going to add leaves as a mulch, as I find my plants respond so much better to leaf mulch than sugarcane mulch. And these leaves are free that I've collected from a few neighbours around the neighbourhood. I also decided to plant another succession crop of Corota carrots, as the first lot were doing so well, and I pulled one the other day which was surprisingly large, and I think it's my new favourite thing to harvest.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you. Grounded